Hi, I am Andi the Knittress, and this is my KnitTube where I like to share everything that I do with yarn. You can find me on the internet, most places as Andi the Knittress, Ravelry, Instagram, YouTube. I am Andi the Knittress. I also have an Instagram for the TheKnottyKnittress, which is also how you can find me on Facebook. That is my business. And I would like to say thank you to everybody who has followed along and is a returning viewer, and welcome to anybody who is new. I live in it's like southern central Oregon, with my family. I have 3 kiddos, a puppy, and a really awesome husband. The kids are awesome too, but my husband's extra awesome because he dyes yarn. So let's get into this episode. It is episode number 32. Today is July the 23rd. July the 23rd, I do believe so. I will correct myself if I'm wrong, but you'll probably view this not on July 23rd. So let's start with finish objects. I have one finished object that was not made on my circular sock machine. That is, I can't say this word. I think it's I always read it as Ensorcellment, but I think it's by Hunter Hammersen. I will put the title of it below, but it's a little witch hat. One of the people that I watch their channel and I follow along on Instagram, Amy, had posted on her stories that Hunter Hammersen was retiring some of their patterns because they're doing like a rebranding. And I have lots of their little patterns that were in my favorites that I was going to get to eventually. So I went ahead and snagged all the little ones that I wanted because I have always wanted to make this here. And this is just a cute little witch hat. It was a really quick knit. I have not blocked it yet. As you can see, it's kind of warbly. I did put a little bit of wire in the rim there and kind of haphazardly joined it together because it's not really for anything in particular. I've been just kind of putting it on like my skeins as a little hat because I'm weird. I also sometimes will set it over the straw in my cup because I can. It just kind of sits on my desk and I play around with it and move it around when it catches my attention. So that is knit in Enjoy the Silence from Pretty Twisted Yarns. And then the yellow here that I have in the little band on the hat is just some scrap yellow that I had. I want to say it looked like it was earth, like an Earth Yarns yellow, like the construction of it, but I can't be 100%. So I finished that, and it's super cute. And I love it. The other thing that I have finished is I cast on, or while on my circular sock machine, my Erlbacher Gearhart, I had to crank up a pair of socks for a friend of my husband. And I used the new color that he dyed. It's called That's Some Bad Hat, Harry, which is a quote from Jaws, which is one of his favorite movies there. And this is showing up more blue on camera. than it actually is in person. It's got a little bit more of a green undertone. And this is cranked 15 rows 1 by 1, 15 in the pre-heel, deep heel, 60 stitches for the foot, then rounded toe on my 72 cylinder, held with black lycra throughout. But you really can't see that black lycra at all. I will, well, I guess I can just show you now. So this is the skein, which it's very much more green than you're seeing here. There's not much of a difference that the black lycra makes, just slightly. So that is a finished object that I have. Everything else I have is whips. I've been working on quite a few whips, cast on a few new things, because that's what I do. And I'm going to add a new segment in here after I show my whips, and it's going to be called Frog It or Finish It, because I have a lot of whips, and some of them, not many, but some of them have been sitting in the section where I keep my whips, which is under my coffee table. I have lots of little baskets underneath my coffee table, and all my whips kind of live in there. Some of them have been there for over a year and a half, maybe 2 years. I will have to look back and see. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to randomly pull a bag from underneath there that I haven't touched in a while. I don't necessarily know what is in it. And then I will show you what it is, talk about the project, and I will decide if I'm going to frog it or finish it. Maybe I'll ask for your opinion if I should frog it or finish it. But I'm going to add that after I do my whips. So let me kind of get into that. Let's start with my penguono, because I have made the most progress on that, I do believe. Nope, I'm wrong. We're going to start with my Beetlejuice sweater because it's in the way of getting to my penguono. So my Beetlejuice sweater stuff lives in my Beetlejuice bags. This is my spare yarn. This is a bag from Stitching Plaza. And this is a bag from Leela Styles. And I don't think I've done much on this since I showed it last, because the penguono got most of my attention. But I think, if I remember correctly, I put a marker on here. I did, and we didn't go far. So this is where we were last time. I've only done a few rows. This is probably going to get worked on a little more as soon as I bind off this penguono. I hope, because I really do want to get this done. So not much has changed on this. And if you didn't watch last time, this is a sweater that I'm designing for myself. It is going to be raglan with self-striping sleeves. This is all pretty twisted yarns on her Endure base, which is BFL. And I do believe it's a BFL nylon. Yes, it's an 80-20 high twist BFL nylon, 400 yards, and it's a 2-ply. And I love it because everybody knows that BFL is my favorite. So this will get a little more love later. I think that I want to take a page from Lisa's book from 72 Stitches and kind of write down a game plan for the week and say, okay, on Monday I'm going to work on my Beetlejuice sweater for at least 30 minutes that day. So I hope that I can stick with it. I'm usually not one who, I have all the ideas and I'll write them all down, but I don't necessarily go check them off the list. So, but I want to try that because I want to be able to work on all the things that I'm excited about and not just let one thing hog all of my attention. So I'm going to try tomorrow and, write a list of all the projects that I actually want to work on during the week and allot them some time to work on. So that is my Beetlejuice sweater, patterned by me. Well, it's not a pattern, it's not going to be for sale, but if you are interested in the chart for it, which I will put in a picture of what the chart's going to be, but essentially it's going to be the headstone and say Beetlejuice. I am happy to send you that chart if you would like it. So the next thing is my Penguono by Stephen West. I am terrified. I'm going to put it in my coffee. So I am going to move my coffee up here for a second. Okay. So this is living in another one of my bags from Layla Styles. And it is a Beetlejuice theme bag, go figure. It's massive. It holds all the things for me. There is some pockets inside. I don't know if you can really see. And all the yarn. All those beautiful colors. And I love it. So the last time I showed you guys this, I was working on the sleeve. And I was right here. And sorry, I keep looking down because I'm using the good part of my camera and I need it to, you guys don't care. I'm going to try to look at the camera, but I'm trying to make sure I'm showing you, you're seeing what I'm showing you. So I was right there where that marker is and I finished that sleeve, did the underarm for it, and then knit in the round and did the I-cord bind off there in a fun pop of color. I then also did the other sleeve, which wasn't done at that point. Also the underarm and joined in the round and I-cord bind off. And now I am at the bottom. I am doing the brioche version on the bottom. And let's see if you can see that there. It's not a high contrasting brioche, it's a low contrasting brioche. I've decided to use all my scrappy oranges for the wrong side and all my scrappy pinks for the right side. And I think it's going to be super cute. It's very squishy. It's kind of a mess with all of the yarns that I've got. But this is a really big sweater. And I don't want it to be super long because it's short sleeve, so I don't need it to be long. It's just going to be like a little cropped. Well, it's actually not that cropped on me. But anyway, I'm not going to do very many rows in this brioche section. I'm just going to do whatever is suggested in the pattern. And then it will be time to do the shawl collar, which when I pick that up, I think I'm going to do extra repeats for the short rows in that so that it will be a little more, I don't know, snuggly and extra, like have some extra fold to it because I don't plan on wearing this upside down. Despite what Steven says, I don't think I'll be wearing my Penguono upside down. So I want the shawl collar to be extra big. So that is what's been getting most of my attention because I just love it. It's getting almost too big to fit in my bag with all of the yarn. But it's okay because it's almost done. I love the Penguono so much that I had this brilliant idea. I'm going to bring my coffee back down because nothing else is as big. So I had this brilliant idea because I have a lot of yarn by a specific designer or dyer. You guys might know her. I might have talked about her once or twice, maybe here or there. I have a lot of her yarn. It's pretty twisted. So I decided, instead of letting all of her gorgeous yarn sit on my shelf and stare at me and be in bright colors and slowly making them into socks, I would take all of the colors that I liked and I would turn it into its own penguono. But this one I'm knitting a little bit smaller because I want it to be a little more form-fitting. So I've dropped down a needle size and I'm just holding the yarn in triplicate. And because these colors are so bright and I did not want them to kind of compete with each other holding them in triplicate, I am taking a ball and I'm pulling from the inside and the outside and I'm holding it with some bare yarn. And this is kind of just sitting on my little yarn butler here because I usually knit on this in my chair and this sits on my table and it lets the yarn spin off the cone just nicely. So I am holding 3 strands of yarn, but this color gets to speak for itself, I think, when it's held with the white yarn. And I am completely in love with this, so much so that I had to put it down to work on other things, or else it was going to jump the line and get finished before everybody else. I had to make myself step away from it because it is awesome. I wound up all of the pretty twisted yarns and I have them living in this bag that I bought at, what is that fiber festival that I just went to? It's not OFF because that's happening. Black Sheep Gathering. I bought this at Black Sheep Gathering at the Cerulean Orchid booth. And I just really like this bag. It's really fun. It's got a cork bottom and some fun rainbow mushrooms. And it's holding all of my gorgeous colors. We've got some Purple Rain in there. We've got Hey You're Crazy Witch. We've got Nectar. We've got Zombie Apocalypse Unplugged. We've got Retrospect. There's another layer of colors underneath that. I don't want to pull them all out. I've got some Macy Made, Enjoy the Silence, Coalina, K Unplugged. So all of these are going to live in my second penguono. I don't even know who I am anymore. I used to not knit things more than once. Maybe, I don't know. I'm excited that I don't just keep going to another pattern, and there are patterns that I like that I continue to knit on. So those are all scraps of pretty twisted yarns because I did make ball socks out of each skein. So that way I could officially call them scraps. So it's my scrappy, pretty twisted penguono, which I guess I should probably show you kind of what it's turning out to be. Now, I did cast this on, and it is smaller because that's what I want it to be, more fitted. I don't want it to have so much positive ease. So I'm hoping, I'm kind of just winging it. I don't have actual measurements. I'm hoping that it will work out. And I just love the way that these two colors, the two colors, I'm striping them right now, which you can't really tell because they place so nicely together, and also probably because it's seed stitch. But it's 80s Kids in purple and 80s Kids in green, and it's just so gorgeous. I love it. I can't stop stopping to look at it. So when I work on it, I stop and I stare at it, and it's just so pretty. I just love how these two colors have blended together. And I think that that bare yarn really helps brighten it up. I think it's going to be a much brighter penguono, whereas I think my other one's a little more dark. This one's going to be so much brighter. And then, because I just can't help myself, I cast on another project. It's my world. I do what I want. It is living in this lovely tote that one of my very favorite knitters gifted me. I don't know if she would want to know her name, but you don't know her last name. Her name is Kim. She gifted this to me, and it is from Hill Country Weavers, and it's a nice leather tote, and I just love it. And living in here is a new colorway from Here in Colors Dye Works. Oh, it is so dark. You can't, it's not this dark in person. It's much lighter. It's so hard to get a picture of this. There's so much depth. Let's see. Back here, maybe? No, it's a lot. It's not as orange in your face in person. It's a lot lighter. It's sunnier. It's called Lava Lamp, and this is a worsted weight yarn. It's on the White Horse Falls base by Here in Colors Dye Works. When he brought this color in to show me, he dyes in the garage, so he came in from the garage to show me this color. I fell in love with it, and I said, oh, I've got to have a skein of that. And I cast on this lovely hat, and I am so horrible because I did not, oh, it's called the Wiggentree, and it is by somebody's name that I can't remember that I will put in here. Wanded, I think they're Wanded 527 on Instagram. I just don't remember their name. But anyway, this lovely hat has some really awesome texture. There's some dip stitches in there. And yeah, gosh, I wish this color would show up. It's not this orange in person. It is so much lighter. It's got like peachy undertones. It's so gorgeous. It's so soft. This is 100% superwash merino, a fine superwash merino, and it's just lovely. You can see a little bit right here where it's a little lighter. It's not that dark, really. But anyway, it's very, very cute, and I will pop in a picture of the yarn. The picture I took that I put on the website of the yarn is close to what it looks like. It really is. It's lighter, it's softer. It's not as harsh of an orange as it is here, but I just like it. I just want to squish it. It's the softest, soft. But this is the Wiggentree hat. I thought that this texture would play nice for the little pops of pink in this hat. So that is the last whip that I have been working on. Yes. So I haven't really been working on actually very many whips. I've been trying to stick to things so that I can get them done. So now we're going to do frog it or finish it. I just grabbed a bag from my stash over there, and we're going to see what's inside. I think I can remember what's in this one, but you never know if I've changed bags since then. And this is a bag by Anomalous Mind. I don't know, you're never going to be able to see that probably. Maybe. Oh yeah, there we go. And it's really cute. It's got fuzz on it. Got some bats and moons and stars. It's got a nice handle. Oh yes, I remember this. This is a Rogue River shawl by Hopkins. And I started knitting it in Primrose yarn, in the Homestead Sport, and the Rose Sport, in Midnight Rambler, and Crazy About Tiffany's. That's why I put it in this bag, because of the Tiffany blue. So that's the Crazy About Tiffany, and that's the Rogue Rambler by Primrose. And this shawl got no attention. Oh, here I found a card from Anomalous Mind for the bag. I do believe I got this off of Etsy. So this shawl got started, and that's about it. I do like the color combination together. And this is mosaic knitting. This pattern is mosaic. So I think that I started it. And Rogue River is a local river to Oregon. So I think that's why I probably cast it on. I don't know that I'm going to finish this because it didn't spark enough joy in me to just work on it. I do love how these colors play together though. And this is nice yarn. I think I was having a hard time maybe also with this edging because it looks a little tight. I think I'm gonna frog this. I don't know if many of you know, but I don't like frogging things. I recently wrote a blog on my website about it called Frog It or Finish It. And I don't like to frog it. It almost in my head, it feels like a waste of time. None of it's a waste of time. It's all learning. It's doing the craft that I love to do. It's not like it's taking away the time I was relaxing and knitting on it. I think, what do you guys think? Should I frog it or should I finish it? I mean, if it was more done, I might just say finish it, but I think I might just frog it and add this yarn back to my stash. You guys comment down below and tell me what you would do with this shawl. Would you frog it or would you finish it? And I'm going to try and do this every time I film an episode. I'm going to try and do a little frog it or finish it because I have a lot of whips over there in bags that don't get enough of my attention because something catches my eye and then I squirrel out and cast it on. And lots of things get finished and lots of things get zipped up and set out of the way. So I better put these labels back in there. All right. And if you say I should frog it, do you have any ideas what I should do with that yarn? Because I don't. But I'm not a shawl person. I don't know. They'll just sit in my stash for a while. Okay, what do I have next? That's why I need to keep show notes. Oh, I will show you what is new in the shop. So I got some new merchandise for my shop. Now, the merch that I have is t-shirts and tote bags and such. It is not physically in my shop. It is a print on demand. So when you order it, I will process your order and it will get printed and shipped directly to you. And I ordered a few samples because I wanted to see the quality of the things that I'm putting my name behind. And I'm happy with most of them. Some of the things I'm probably not. But one of them is this coffee mug. Let's put it into focus. There we go. You can see my lipstick. So it says KnottyKnittress on one side. And on the other side, it says, take life one stitch at a time. Because that is what I always say. So I'm happy with that. I like that you can see my logo just clearly on the black. And not only did I get things with my logo on them, I got things with Hearing Colors Dye Works, which I am wearing a Hearing Colors Dye Works shirt. And I am happy with this, the fit of this shirt. This is the shirt that has the women's, I think it's women's flowy top. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. It's got the two stripes on the arms. This fit me well. I'm happy with this, and I ordered my regular size and it fit me just fine. I also got this one, which is just the women's t-shirt, and I ordered this in my regular size. Not so happy with this. This is a little on the small side. I ordered my size. This one fits me. This one is a little tight. I look kind of like a sausage. So just know that if you order the women's t-shirt, you maybe want to, if you like your shirts to fit a little looser, maybe size up. I would recommend. I would have gone a size up. I like my shirts to not fit loose, but to just fit. This one fits a little tight. So on the front is the KnottyKnittress, and on the back it says, take life one stitch at a time. And there's a few color options for the t-shirts. I deleted some of the color options that I didn't think the logo would show up right on. And then I got this cool tote, which I really am happy with the quality of this tote. It's a nice like canvasy cotton. It's just called tote bag, and there are two color options you can get: green or you can get black. And I am going to give this away when I reach my next subscriber mark. I think 500 will be the next subscriber mark. So this tote I'm going to give away. It's a fairly decent sized tote. And on the back it says, take life one stitch at a time. I do think that I like the green, but I think that the black one would look nice because the green in my logo kind of disappears a little bit. I mean, you can still see it, but I think the black one would look really nice. So I'm really happy with most of the things that I got through this company. And I got another Hearing Colors Dye Works shirt because Bobby needed a shirt for himself. And I just love his logo so much. I really am happy with it. And this is the unisex baseball t-shirt. It's just like a raglan t-shirt. And this one fits true to size. I have a Pretty Twisted Yarns t-shirt as well as a KnottyKnittress t-shirt in that. And you can get either logo on these shirts. I also ordered the men's shirt with the Here in Colors Dye Works, but Bobby has that on, and he has the kids, and he's taken them off to a little festival, so I can't show it to you. One thing I'm not so happy with is I ordered the camper mug, which is this one here. I love how crisp the logo is, and it's on both sides on this one. What I'm not happy about is the size of it. So, I mean, I've got a lot of coffee mugs. I like to drink coffee. I like to drink a lot of coffee. And traditional coffee mugs are a little on the small side for me. And this guy is smaller than a traditional coffee mug. I don't know that I love that. This is like a small. This is small. I mean, it's a little wider, I guess. No, not even. It's just, it's not. I don't know. It could be bigger for my personal taste. I do love the way the logo looks on it. It's not the quality, it's just the size. That size matters when it comes to your coffee mug. So you can order all of these things on my website and they will ship directly to you. And I tried to keep the pricing as best as I could. The setting up the shipping was a little confusing for me, so I don't know if I'm going to have to raise the prices in the future. I haven't had anybody order through the website just yet to see if I set everything up right. I think that I did, but we will see. So other things that are new in the shop, I'm having a sale right now on ball socks. And I don't have many left, but I am continually making them each day until the end of the sale. The sale ends July 31st, and they are buy 3, get 1 free. So I'd still have several left. So buy 3, get 1 free. So that sale is going on right now. There is no code necessary for that. And they have been, I still have several left. They have been flying off the shelf, but I am continually making them each day, so you can keep checking back to see if I've made some colors. I have gone through and I have picked out some fun colors, and they are all sitting here next to me. They just got wound up for me to turn into ball socks. So that sale is going on now. Buy 3, get 1 free. Also, we have some new stickers in the shop. We've got, this way. Here in Colors Dye Work has a new vinyl sticker. These stickers are really nice, and they're good vinyl, so you can put them on your water bottle or you can put them on your car. And then I just got this Take Life One Stitch at a Time sticker in my shop, as well as the Knotty Knittress and the Cranky Knittress stickers are already in my shop. But you can see they're super nice stickers. They're on my water bottle, and of course, you know, I hand wash my water bottle. It doesn't go through the dishwasher. That would probably ruin a final sticker. Just feel like I have to put that out there. The other thing that is new in the shop is a couple of new colors from Here in Colors Dye Works. I showed you the lava lamp, and that is just not that orange. It is a lot softer. Let's see if I hold it back. Nah, it's so much softer than, anyway. So that is a worsted weight. It's 100% fine superwash. It's so squishy. There's 220 yards in 100 grams. And see, like, this is even a light section right here, and just can't I don't know. I don't know why cameras do things like that. Anyway, and then the other color that is new to the shop is That's Some Bad Hat Harry. And this is on the Fern Falls base, which is a fingering weight, and it is 436 yards to 100 grams, and it is a 75 merino, 25 nylon. And this has a little bit more of a green undertone. In real life, it's more of a teal and not so much of a blue. But if you go to my website and you look at the pictures, they are pretty much accurate. I wanted to share a few things that I got, some acquisitions, and all of these things that I got were actually gifted to me. Oh no! I did get some yarn in that I bought from Pretty Twisted that I left on her shelf. She has her own shelf. I will pop in a picture because I did do a picture of the yarns that I just got from her. Those are things that I purchased. These acquisitions were gifted to me. So anyway, so I had Bobby 3D print out a little cam tile for my circular sock machine. And it's just a little tile that kind of clips on to the machine and makes it a little quieter. I sent one of those away to the girl who wears wool socks, and she showed it on her channel. A lot of people have reached out to me to see if they could purchase one. And as I did not create the file for the 3D 3D printing file, I was unsure if I could sell them. So I've just been telling everybody, no, I can't sell them. I've just been gifting them to people. And makers are amazing because we are. And most of them would like to trade or barter in some way because they don't want to just take something for free. So I would print out a cam tile for somebody as well as the half pitch clip, and I'd send them a couple of my stitch markers as well because I didn't feel like it was an even trade for them to gift me yarn and me to give them plastic things that were printed out. So I kind of throw some extra goodies in there to make sure that it was an even trade. So I traded with Carrie from Freckled Whimsy, and I got this lovely skein. And whenever somebody wants to trade with me, I tell them to just surprise me because it's too hard for me to pick. I love all the yarn and all the colors. So there's this lovely color. It is called Sweet Treats and Rosy Cheeks. It is a 5-stripe repeat. And she is self-striping yarn, hand dyed in Illinois. And this is so pretty. It kind of reminds me of Neapolitan ice cream. So that's going to be really fun for me to work up. The other person that I did a tradesies with was, I think her name is Jody. I'm pretty sure it's Jody from Clarity Fiber Arts, and she sent me this lovely skein. This is that Andi or is that Andi? Yes, that's totally Andi. And this is a merino nylon 75-25, 463 yards, 100 grams. There's no colorway on it, but it's gorgeous. I love it. So that was those were fun surprises to get in the mail because I sort of forgot about them and then I got them and remembered. And then the lovely lady who gifted me that gorgeous little leather tote knows what a big fan I am of Stephen West. So she got me a Stephen West Knits little bucket tote because she's awesome. So I am going to put some of the yarn for the Penguono, take it out of my bag since it's getting so full, and put it in my little West Knits tote. Thank you, Kim. You're really awesome and I appreciate you. You and Kristen, both of you. So those are the acquisitions that I've got. Life news. Still working on the Knotty Knittress. It is still summer here in the United States. The kids are still home. Well, no, they go to summer enrichment programs, like basically like summer school. So they're home. They're gone for like 4 days a week for half a day, which is nice because then I can get things done without kids under tow. I've been meeting with lots of my former yarn family. I don't want to say customers because customers just feel so impersonal. It really is like a yarn family. I've been meeting with lots of my former yarn family to help them with their projects, help them pick out yarn for projects, help them navigate patterns. I have a class that I'm going to be starting soon so that I can further my business a little more. And other than that, I've just been working on making ball socks for the store and trying to just chit chat with everybody. And it's just been a really laid back summer for the most part. I did have a little hiccup here recently with my husband's car. It kind of went kapooey. So we're a one car family for the time, but he is pretty handy and he thinks that he can replace whatever's wrong with it. Don't ask me because I don't know. I just listen and nod my head when he starts talking car parts and engine blocks and head gasket. I don't know. Yeah, I'm like, okay, or can you fix it, or do we need to hire somebody? And if he's confident he can fix it, but other than that, it's just everyday life. So like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share it with your friends. I'll set up a giveaway when I reach 500 subscribers. Subscribers, I can speak. And I will throw in this awesome little tote. In that giveaway, and there'll be other things in it. I don't ever just send one thing. If anybody has ever won a giveaway from me, or if I've ever sent somebody anything, you guys know I don't. I'm a generous person. I like to give. I like to share. So yeah. Until then, take it one stitch at a time because that is all that you can do.